And we do see the medallion picked up for the Chen now. Maybe thinking Roche play in the next couple of minutes. I mean, do you need to win a fight? Do you think about sneaking it?
They're heading bottom. Anna's been doing a great job. I think all of OG have done a very good job of just like spreading apart VGJ Storm right now, because they're not growing their lead as much as you would expect from the side of VGJ right now. And if Anna escapes this, it's just going to be another good moment for them. They're trying to use that first Blink Dagger, and they'll catch the Wyvern, which is a core of this match. I mean, possibly more. Jarex comes down the stairs.
Going in this and taking this fight. I mean, they find MSS. He's already got his Blink Dagger. He's going to die. Anna thinking that they can make a kill happen. And Resolution, they've got the bugs out. Going to spot Anna. They throw out another Light Strike array, but possibly in some trouble now. Thompson up on the high ground. They jump forward with Yawar. Finds the real PL as well. Trying to deal the damage out onto him. He does get the Doppelganger away, though, for the moment. Now in retreat, but they're going to focus down Yawar and kill him off. A great fight for OG.
Yeah, they needed MSS for this fight to go well, and then OG spotting that the Earthshaker was going to go down. Even if it meant trading their Wyvern, the Echo Slam and the Fissures are going to be far more important in these engagements right now than the Winner's Curse. And you can see SVG, he's prepping for these by maxing out that Ice Path first, and it makes it very difficult for Anna to fight. But if that's the only sort of line that he needs to worry about with his Doppelganger, then he's still able to get around pretty easily with the damage. And Yawar, I mean, he kind of saved that fight a little bit by blinking in there and helping to get the kill on the Lina, but then he ends up just feeding his life away as well.
Well, and you can talk about it there. The Jakiro, you mentioned the maxed out Ice Path. One of the more, oh my God, snaking. You just need to be a little bit careful here with all the rest of them grouping up. MSS, he does have Blink with an Echo. OG, you got to be careful walking up that hill. And the threat of the Earthshaker enough to keep him back.
Yeah, he also has the 4 points in the Aftershock, so it is pretty damaging, but he wants to save it for a big fight and have some more allies. A bit too risky to go in there by himself. I'd rather have Rezo there for the cleanup to ensure they're going to get a full 5-man wipe.
Absolutely, the Resolution, so much of their damage at this point in the game. Meanwhile, in the jungle, SVG kind of in no man's land. We'll see if they can get in with range with the Troll net. Rezo just going to run away as well. It looks like OG kind of, they're bringing a couple up here, but I don't know if they realize that the rest of VGJ Storm are in the area. The Echo just lands immediately onto 7. No Tail now with limited mana because he used the medallion, is going to die. Rezo finds the kill.
Okay. Maybe not the massive fight that you want with the Echo, but if it's enough to secure this tier 2 in the mid lane, that's going to be just fine. Seb is very important for that one, so that one just kind of coming from some decent vision in the area as well, plus scouting out the fact that it was just the 2 supports. So commit hard for those, get the tier 2 mid. This is a decent trade for OG. It's not as important as a tower in the mid lane, but it's better than getting absolutely nothing and just sitting back and adding some gold to your team's totals, trying to push Thompson towards that Aghanim Scepter.
Yeah, it does feel like that's one of those items on the Zeus that can just so wholly change a team fight. Lay it down on the backside, find yourself snaking, and even though he's got that hood, it might end up just being able to burst through the Enchantress.
I think VGJ Storm they've got a PL problem. Because that last tower, they're able to take it because the Winter Wyvern's dead, and they take down the Chen. There's no full 5-man roster for OG, but I think if they can stick as 5 right now, they look very scary in a fight. It definitely still comes down to the Echo Slam, and it has to deal with the Winner's Curse, but if there isn't a good Echo Slam from MSS, it feels like Anna is just going to walk all over them here with his Diffusal Blade, Manta Style, and now building already into the Vit Booster. I mean, this guy gets hard. Even with a Weaver like this, it's going to be hard to kill because he has to go for this BKB, and he's probably going to feel pressure for like Mjolnir or something like that to try and handle all these illusions.
Yeah, it feels like a lot of this game resting on the shoulders of MSS and his initiation, which of course is going to be that much more difficult because you've got that Zeus in the game to find him at the outset of every fight.
Yeah, such a good hero for that.
So
it's the Yawar illusion. Not going to trick them as they are smoked up.
A little bit of a scouting ulti.
They did use it up in the air, though, so it did give away their position.
Oh, maybe trying to bait out some type of reaction there. As he, well, no, now he spreads out the illusions, but you are in mid. Probably the hero that you would want to go on least out of everybody from VGJ Storm. He does run into the jungle, spots out a couple, and you are actually just going to pop the ulti there, clearing through the creep wave. With the wraparound, though, trying to secure themselves that tier 1 tower, and they're doing just what you said, go together as 5.
Yeah.
PL even before the heart.
Seb doesn't have any sort of a mobility item, though, as he has definitely not been prioritized this game. They're giving way more to Jerax, giving him those side lanes to push out rather than the Winter Wyvern. So they're just determining that magic damage is going to be more important, trying to shut down Resolution, which is definitely true. But VGJ Storm, they're now on the chase. They have a 10-second Weaver BKB in the backline if he can catch up to this fight.
Well, this is nice if they can make it happen. They're just throwing out those impetus shots through it, and No Tail never stood a chance really as they clean up his army as well.
This kind of feels like a good time to go Roche just because the Thunder God's Wrath is down. You've taken one hero. Could be a consideration for VGJ Storm, but they're going to find a couple more here as UR starts chasing.
Seb up on the high ground. You are looking for one. Runs into Jerax. Light Strike Ray not able to get out there. And, well, there is still Seb off to the side, but he is just going to hide away now. Oh.
They get the wrong 50-50 there. Looking for someone else. As I said, Seb's still just sitting there. I suppose he's feeling relatively safe in the little hidey spot. There's a DD room bottled up here. They're going to find Snaking very far in enemy territory with this catapult.
And the Diffusal played out. Snaking, this is what ends up happening as you get into the later stages against the PL.
Yeah, like, who does Ench even... Like, what's her point now? You know? She does not have a really great hero to go on at all in these engagements. A lot of these heroes are going to have these Yule Scepters, so just buying themselves some more time. The Lina and the Zeus. Even Seb, like, he's just going to turn Winter's Curse you. Doesn't really feel like a great Ench game.
Well, and, I mean, maybe that's the reason. Picked it first, and
yep.
Everybody's saying that it's uncounterable. Might have found some answers here.
It's all about what you got out of the lanes, and it certainly helped, right? Because it gave you this Earthshaker. That's the whole point of the Ench here. So the pressure isn't really supposed to be on Snaking at this point.
SVG and UR in the mid lane. Still only the tier 1 tower and tier 2 remaining in the bottom for OG. Meanwhile, VGJ Storm still hanging on to their top, and then a couple in the mid as well. It's a 5,000 gold lead. Still no movement towards Roche. UR goes forward, finds the stun. After the Arctic Burn goes out, and flying up in the air.
The rest of his team's mobility is not that high, though.
And it does kind of feel like right now VGJ Storm not necessarily lost, but also not really making that many concerted efforts around the map.
Yeah, it's been a bit passive. I mean, they're completely ignoring the bottom lane because it's just not near Roche. It's so worthless, you know. Look at this top lane. You got this jungle. I don't want to go down there. That real estate, no thank you. They actually go in the Roche pit. They smoke up. This will be the exterior hero. So using a Shadow Aim, a very sneaky play here from MSS. They'll just be hiding there. It doesn't look like there's any vision from the dire side, so they don't know this is going on. And there was a DD rune taken at the bottom just before that last fight by Rezo. Had it bottled up, saving it, and going to have that perfect moment as they now secure Aegis for the 10-second BKB Weaver. But at the same time, an Aegis of his own now for Ana as he picks up the heart.
My goodness, they're going to smoke up as well. This could be a big defining moment of this game, a battle. Heart PL, it's really hard to deal with.
Yeah, if one of these Weaver illusions happens to cause something, that could have been a problem, but they actually just smoke right past it, use the...
Mana to pop his ulti either, so no damage over time. They pop the BKB. Rezo trying to deal with the rest of OG, though. Taking down Big Daddy No Tail. He's going to die. On the other side, UR's making so much. They find the Echo Slam as well, isolating and controlling Ana. But he is going to be able to get the DK out of there. And the Winter's Curse, just to try and keep him back, it does mean that he's going to be hitting his teammate.
No,
but
the TP out. But I mean, you said it before in the previous time, the DK is just not the hero you...
And they're going to be able to find the kill onto Thompson. Nice play there, but Ana still the one that they need to deal with. He is so hard to kill. They do find the real one, and they get the Ice Path as well. Ana starting to fall. Rezo gets the kill.
And now there's no Winter's Curse. So many of these big ultis used in the previous engagement.
And they're chasing the boat down as well. They've got one on the other side. Seb just trying desperately to get away, but MSS has him in his sights and is going to Shadow Amulet in front of him. With all the mana drain, all the everything that they've got on hand, Seb eventually going to die.
A long fight that eventually goes the way of VGJ Storm. Ana just getting caught so close to that tower, and SVG played that fight so well, staying in that backline, earning himself up, trying to get that HP back as he almost went down, and then providing that Ice Path to save the life of Snaking and secure the kill on Ana.
And with no buybacks right now, it does look like VGJ Storm going to secure themselves this tier 3 tower, while also possibly putting some work in onto one of the barracks. We'll see if they want to stick around
this
for
PL is so important. You really want to try and chip at this. I love this choice. He has the BKB. He has the Aegis. This is worth committing for a melee Rax.
Now Resolution actually burns through the Aegis. Thompson doing a good job of making sure they can kill him off one time.
Yeah, they might have goofed.
Oh no. They are going to have to retreat now and actually get the lift up on the MSS as well. This can't be good is the call from Thompson as he realizes might be able to find that kill on MSS, and they will take him down.
Okay. Perhaps a bit over eager there. I'll take the blame for that one.
Jerex, in the meantime, down bottom, just going to throw out random light strike rays. He has been developing pretty well into a ganker at this point, level 15. Got that health talent, has a Eul Scepter to set up kills. Having a pretty good game.
Yeah, guy gets another blind LSA. Rezo's pinging like there's a sentry. He's like, clearly there's got to be one here, guys. This thing's ridiculous. And Jarek's still pressing.